Hello everyone, this is Lando, and today's Friday. It is also the end of August. I think now is the time for me to take stock of my life recently. And as an influencer on the internet, this is also one of my responsibilities to share with you guys about my life and my feeling. So let's start. I told you guys before, right? I'm learning Japanese. I think as Chinese, when we are learning this language, we really have a different feeling because 1/3 of this language came from traditional Chinese. For example, I'm watching a TV series telling a story in Tang Dynasty. And in Tang Dynasty, people say 招式, but not 早饭. But when you compare these two words, 招式 and 早饭, you still feel like 招式 is more clever, is more efficient. And in Japanese, they say 招式, 朝食. So they learned this word from traditional Chinese. At that moment, I was extremely happy. So I think in the process of learning a new language, you will see this world from a completely different perspective and state of mind, and you're going to gradually realize something you ignored in the past. So there's another example. In Chinese, we have 3 ways to describe potatoes, and my favorite 2 are 土豆 and 洋芋. In my hometown, people say 洋芋, not 土豆. But when you see 土豆, you will clearly understand the shape of this food and where does this food come from, right? From the dirt. So when you see 洋芋, you're going to understand where does this food originally produced, not China, but from other countries. So I think when you're learning a new language, you're going to see a lot of these kind of stories, so interesting. So I often say when you're learning a new language, you're going to be really, really smart. That's a reason. I spend a lot of time on this language, on average probably 5 hours a day, and I think it's quite productive. My Japanese has been improving really, really fast. Now I can write some short articles, and I think my listening has been improving also, and I can share with you guys some methods later. So this is my recent life. The reason why I want to make this video at this moment is I'm going to embrace my busy September from next Monday. I will go to Germany to attend IFA, the very famous show for consumer electronics and home appliances. Then I will return to Shenzhen to attend CIOE, which will be held in 10th to 12th September in Shenzhen International Convention and Exhibition Center. Actually, I went there last year. Do you guys still remember? I also posted a video to show you guys those cutting-edge technologies. I think that show is really fantastic. That show is huge. It is reported there will be over 5,000 exhibitors and 160,000 visitors this year. I think if you're interested in those areas or humanoid robots, laser technology, sensor technology, or technology around optics, or VR, AR, you should definitely go there. I will also be there to make videos or to uncover something really, really exciting. So I hope I can see you there. And then I plan to take my parents, to have a family trip, which I will do once a year. So this year our plan is to go to probably Guangxi province. I've been really, really obsessed with waterfalls. So there's a huge waterfall. So this is my plan. Yeah, I often receive these questions, Lando, how can I improve my spoken English? And actually, I've been sharing with you guys a lot of specific methods. And recently, I'm learning Japanese. So I think there are 2 very, very important methods. The first is you should spend more time on writing. Because when you're writing, you're going to realize the mistakes you made or some part you have to enhance or improve. For example, like the grammar, the vocabulary, and you have to write probably twice a week. And now every 2 days or 3 days, I'm going to write a diary to describe one of my day or my weekend. So I think this is a very effective but also efficient way for you to improve your output capability. So just remember, do more writing. And recently I'm watching a cartoon in Japanese that is Polar Bear Cafe. So this is really interesting, and there are 2 characters. One is a panda, another one is a polar bear. And what a coincidence, I have these 2 friends, 2 fellows. Let me show you. Later. I think some of you must be really familiar with this little polar bear. I took him with me in my 2022 and 2023 trips a lot of times. And for this little panda, I often show it in my videos. So these two has been my friends for many years. I just want to say watching TV series or those kind of cartoons is really effective for you to improve your spoken English, because you're going to realize in their daily life how they perform this language, how they speak, how they describe this scenario, these places, how they interact with each other. When you watch more episodes, you're going to have a feeling naturally to improve your pronunciation or to improve your coherence or let you to have the feeling of this language. So these two ways, I think they're really efficient, so you guys can have a try. For today's video, I would like to admit a fact. Because in my last video, I was determined to announce I would not buy a car, but in fact, I bought a car, a very small car, not so expensive. The story goes like this. One day in Qatar, you guys still remember, I was staying out there for 2 days and I was chatting with one of my friends. And this friend just pursued me to buy a car. He said, Zlando, now you're 33 years old, so you're likely to be really hesitated and torn about everything. So for this car, just trust me, you have to buy it. Then you're going to embrace a totally different lifestyle. And then I said, okay, I should buy it. I also have some troubles or some concerns when I'm driving. You know, it's very easy for you to have the car accidents, right? Especially now the road is so crowded, and sometimes it's so hard for you to find a place to park. So maybe in my later videos, I will tell you guys more about this car. So 2025 is really quick. We just have 4 months. So I'm also making some plans for the remaining 4 months. And I hope at the end of this year, when I make a summary, when I recap on it, I still couldn't find anything I regret. So I just hope you guys to cherish your time and your life. So this is Lando, and this is Polar Bear and my panda, two of my friends. So see you next time. Bye-bye.